Yo, it's Heavy Haul HQ, rolling with the crew, moving those big loads. Yeah, you know how we do. We got the rigs, the power and the mic. From dawn to dusk, we own the night. Oversized loads ain't nothing but a thing. Got the trailer stretched out, feel the metal sing.
Welcome back to Heavy Haul HQ. Today, let's take a look at how we're about to turn an entire trailer into a strobe light. This could have really good applications, such as loading on the side of the road, where it can be extremely dangerous. So we're gonna try this on a few different trailers. The first of them being the Trail King. We're also gonna try it on a Fontaine trailer and a Landau trailer. You'll see I have an entire contraption here. I'll explain why at the end and how this can help you. We're gonna run it down. So I have the brake lights and tail lights and marker lights on my test box. We have a remote control with the letters A and B. A turns the system on via remote control. So when we hit the A, you'll see every light on the trailer has now become a strobe light. The caveat to that is that they have to be LEDs. Also, I think it's performing a little differently because I'm using a test box rather than the truck itself. So let's try switching the brake light off. Now it's doing like it should. All right, so of course you're not gonna be applying the brake. I'm having to do it with the test box. We tried it with our actual truck and it worked flawlessly. That is freaking wild. And then I'm not sure if it'll have enough range, but let's just try it because we'll do it here. So we got letter B, will cut the whole system off and it works. And I'm at the back of a 53 something foot trailer. All right, so letter A, will cut it back on. And then letter A will also take it through patterns, which I thought was wild. Check this out. So that's another pattern. Let me see if I can get the whole tailboard in the view. All right, and then we're gonna roll it through some different patterns. There's 7 patterns. That is that is freaking fabulous. It is just amazing the way it plays with the different wires. All right, so we'll leave it there for a second. Let's go try it on a different trailer now. So thank you so much to the Trail King bus hauler for letting me try it on you. Let's go try it on a Fontaine detach. Also, I was thinking, if anybody ever calls you fat, you just ignore them. You know why? Because you're bigger than that. All right, now let's go try it on the Fontaine. All right, so this one here is a Fontaine 60 LCC. It was the one that we did the last video on where they have a lot of new features on it, such as a strap neck and a bunch of other options, but we're not here for that. Today, we're here to make the whole thing turn into a strobe light. So maybe we'll run down this shadowy side. So again, we're gonna grab the remote, we're gonna hit the letter A, and now you can see where the whole entire light package that we've got turns into a strobe light. And I think it's more beautiful from the back. Be careful where you say that at. Oh yeah, this one's a cool one. It has the extra features that we did in the last video. All right, so you can see like even the brake lights are flashing. We can take it through all the patterns. I think this thing's a TC 8893. I'll get you the part number at the end of the video. And then you can see the dealership right there on the mud flap. TM Trailer Sales, which is where we're at. Also, you can reach me at 888-LOWBOY1 if you're needing these. These are really new to the market and I don't think anybody else even has them in any meaningful way that's easy to find. And of course, on these detachable lowboys, it would be great for loading on the side of the road, but then again, at the end of the video, I'll show you how, or what my thoughts are on how we're gonna do that. And then let's hop over here to like a 440B and see how it looks. Even the turn signals are lit up, all the markers are lit up, and that extra light package that we stock in the side of the neck is all lit up. So hopefully the camera is doing it some justice. All right, so we tested both of the detachable gooseneck trailers. Let's go take a look at this Landau travel and axle trailer because I think this one's gonna have the most practical application that's most easily accomplished. So you can see this one actually comes with, so this is actually a perfect example. The Landau 440B 37-inch loaded deck height, travel and axle trailer, sliding axle trailer, whatever you wanna call it. This one actually has the tow-mate package on there, which is a very affordable but more expensive package than it would be to have one of these boxes. And you can see they have these all down the side. And the extra benefit of having those tow-mates, and you can see they're about 2.5 inches compared to these 3/4 inch oval lights, which Landau does a great job of making like a really high visibility light package. But these will turn to a work light on top of this. So you just touch them with a magnet and they can cycle through different stuff. But back to the plot of the story, we'll hit the letter A on our remote control, and then it's cycling through all the different patterns on the side. It looks like the tow-mate doesn't want to play nicely with it, but I may need to just flip on one of the other switches on the box. Let's roll through the different patterns. That's a pretty good one there. That gets you some high visibility. And you can see that's gonna work with everything except for your normal strobe, which are those ones in the center right there. Those white colored ones. Roll through a couple more patterns. You can see these are normally the stock strobe lights there, and that little bitty light right there. I'm really impressed. So this is fantastic. I'm gonna run you through the different little setup I got here and why it's important for you to run it in a certain way. Let's dive right in. So we have the little buyer's module right here. We have the remote control. All that's easily explained. You can bypass the remote with the on-off button and the pattern button. And you guys will probably figure this out a lot easier than I did. This does need to go in a certain sequence. And so this would plug into the truck side. They have these for Class 8. They have it for RV style plugs. The Class 8 will be your standard tractor trailer plug. So we call it a 7-pin round. The RV style will look just like this, except for it'll be a 7-pin blade style. So they do have both of those setups. So then you'll see you have your truck pigtail here. And then you got the female side of the buyer's box and the male side of the buyer's box. This will have to plug into your truck. I was having trouble with it at first because you can't flip that sequence around. So that was one keynote. And then the other one was, just like on the first 2 trailers we filmed, they were removable goosenecks. So as I did the short form content on this product, people were asking me what happens when you remove the neck from the bed. Well, it actually was kind of easy. So you have a couple of options. The best option is going to be to put like a battery down into the bed of the trailer and then have it just run on its own thing, and then your whole entire trailer, in this case a Renegade N12 mini deck, will be lit up into a strobe light. So this will simulate the bed of your truck. This is where your truck pigtail would normally plug. You'll place the buyer's box between there, and then you'll have this female on the other side. Then you'll plug your pigtail into there and then plug that into your trailer. There's another world where you may have a detach and you may use a small product like this. This is a little Ranger mutt, and you can have a small battery backup like this, but I would probably recommend just doing it on yourself and just supplying the bed of your lowboy that way. And you could keep it in there permanently with what I call a T. So this is like a normal harness. This is a front main harness. This is a splitter harness. We'd usually use these on the back of a bogie. That'll get you to another front main receptacle, but we'll split it out. So basically you could put this in line from here to here as an extension in your normal harness, but then you would have an additional 7-way receptacle. And then lastly, I told you I would get you the part number. Again, I don't know if it matters. We have them up here on the shelf with all our oversized stuff. We have the buyer's stuff up on the shelf by our oversized load signs and our airway scales and our foundry and frame hooks and all our chains and binder examples. Like I said, they have 4 iterations of it. The buyer's has a one we were using today, which was a TC8893, and you can screenshot that and you'll see the other 3 part numbers, because they have everything from the RV. They have everything from the RV style to like a pickup truck style for hot shots. And I think there's one other style too. but just go give it a look or give me a call. You can reach me at 888-LOWBOY1, or you can click the link in my bio.
Yo, it's Heavy HQ, rolling with the crew, moving those big loads. Yeah, you know how we do. We got the ribs, the power and the mic. From dawn to dusk, we own the night. Oversized loads ain't nothing but a thing. Got the trailer stretched out, feel the metal sing. Trucks on the highway, flexing the muscle. Heavy haul.